Good afternoon. Welcome everybody to Shelbyville now to Real Talk, and we're going to have some real talk today, Bo.
Real talk.
Before we dive in, though, we want to thank our sponsor, Norris Plumbing, and they've been around a long time, Bo.
Generations, decades.
Yeah, third generation plumber. Let's hear from him real quick, and then we'll be right back. We've got some breaking news today. We had breaking news day before yesterday to talk about that directly affects the walking horse industry in Shelbyville and Bedford County.
Yes.
And of course, we got the nearest green ruling this morning. It came out.
Yes, we do.
So we'll be back to talk about all that. Before we do, let's hear from Norris Plumbing. We'll be right back.
Norris Plumbing has been serving our community for 3 generations, providing reliable solutions for every plumbing need. From water heaters and water lines to kitchens, baths, and complete repiping, our team delivers quality workmanship you can trust. Professional service means arriving on time, explaining the problem, and completing the job with precision. At Norris Plumbing, we stand behind our work because your home deserves the very best. Call Norris Plumbing today at 931-703-5915. Norris Plumbing, trusted, professional, dependable.
All righty, Bo. We've got some breaking news. Let's go back to Tuesday. We had a federal temporary injunction put, actually, I think they call it a stay, put on regulations concerning the Tennessee walking horse, and it came right before the celebration starts.
Yes.
And it's basically about the SCAR rule.
Yes.
The SCAR rule is not going to be enforceable at the celebration, and the not showing back.
The show back
rule is out of play. So and it all gets down to the ability for owners and trainers to defend themselves and have due process.
That's right.
That's the due process issue.
That's right. It's a preliminary injunction. And what is a preliminary injunction? A lot of people aren't. It's a court order that temporarily preserves the status quo between parties. It is a provisional remedy, meaning that it is not a final decision, but rather a way to maintain the situation until the final judgment.
Well, here's the thing, Bo. That it actually takes away from where we're at right now, because where we're at right now, or before this got put into play, they were hearing a case, and the case was arguing about due process. Okay, but what's actually been in place is, for years now, if you get a violation, or if the USDA says you can't show, let's say that's on Thursday night, then you can't show on Thursday night.
Right.
And then that means you can't show anymore the rest of the show. All right, that does away with that. So that takes that back years ago. Okay. And then the SCAR rule has been used to turn horses down.
Yes.
That's not happening this time by the USDA.
You're saying from last year's celebration to this year, it's going to be totally different.
From last week to right now.
So we're going to have, I would imagine, larger classes.
I don't think so. I think most everybody was going to show. The issue is now I don't think you're going to see so many turn downs, because it's kind of like this. And I'm not saying every horse is perfect. Okay, they're not. I mean, there's always somebody going to be trying to cheat. But let's just say you get pulled over for a speeding ticket driving down Madison Street. The speed limit's 40. Is it 40? Let's say North Main, it's 30. Everybody's been fussing about that.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so you're driving 37 miles an hour. The police pull you over, and instead of just giving you a ticket and allowing you to pay it or go to court, they send you home and they keep your license, so you can't drive again.
That's right. That's exactly.
It's the same difference. It's what's been going on versus now. It's going to be like getting a speeding ticket.
Yes.
So
I say this is a substantial ruling. I mean,
right now, I mean, it's going to get heard further. I'm sure there's going to be some liberal judge come out from some other district that the Humane Society brings up, and they're going to try to get him to say exactly the opposite, so they'll be at odds.
But the timing couldn't be more perfect.
It happened just at the right time.
Yeah, and I think that's that's great. I mean, it looks like we're going to have, or it sounds like that the celebration.
Our show is going to be about like it was last year, I believe.
I mean, I look forward to it. I mean, I think that this is, a lot of people have been talking about that, especially the people come, what kind of show are we going to have? It seems like we all kind of, and those with the celebration all kind of had a little relief and a less. But I think the
it's,
government will still be there. I think
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
The protesters, all that bunch.
The protesters, it'll be. But the way they turn these horses down or not turn them down, it's changed.
Yes,
okay, now
right.
actually, if they go by it, that's one thing. Our government is just off the hinge. I mean, it's like we don't even have rules anymore.
Look, there are people involved in the industry that will turn down a horse if they're their own type of say police. They can police themselves. I mean, I think
well, you got your DQPs. If the DQP, if fast,
yes.
If show comes in there and they're the regulatory agency for the breed that's doing the show. If their inspector says you don't need to show, we're going to give you a penalty. I would even buck that.
Yeah.
But if you've agreed to let show do it, then you need to go by what the show says, your own rules.
I agree.
Okay. And that has nothing to do with the law at that point, other than this is our rules.
Yes,
now.
that's
okay.
Right. That's
all
right.
right. So that's going to be good. I think, showing back, you will see more numbers later in the week. Next week during championship.
Oh yes,
I think
expect the championship nights to be.
Well, you have some of those that have been turned down in the past. Then they don't.
The last 3 years, the last class, I know it's 3 or 4 horses,
and a lot of people don't want to show back, but some people do. So it gives them an option too. If you've had a ticket, you can come back and still show.
I like that.
So that's a good thing.
I like.
All right, moving on from that, our big breaking news today was the judge on the Uncle Nearest case where Farm Credit had requested their emergency receivership. It was countered by Uncle Nearest and that conglomerate wanting to go to mediation.
Mm-hmm.
The attorneys from Farm Credit said, no, we object to that. The judge come back and basically said it's going into receivership.
Yes.
And Ms. Weaver, you need to shut up.
Yes.
You have violated your gag order.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it has. I mean, he's been lenient. The gag order was already in place. He spelled it out today in his, I guess you would say, his type of ruling that he's doing or whatever. He got the point across. Look, that is the receivership issue. I don't believe in them going to try to mediate it. That's been tried. I don't think that was going to work anyway.
I think there's been mediation from the time they quit making payments.
I do
and
too.
They got behind. I'm sure they've been trying to get somebody to come in and buy that loan out for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
And that's just like not fulfilling your obligations on purpose.
That's exactly right.
All right. So
that's been denied by the judge. So there was a receivership that Farm Credit brought. There was one that Uncle Nearest brought, and the one by Uncle Nearest has been. They're still waiting to appoint the receiver.
They're going to appoint. I'm saying they're going to appoint somebody completely off the deal.
I think they will too, because apparently there's the one that out of Texas that they're asking for has had some type of kind of relationship with Nearest that hasn't been so positive. So I think the judge.
I don't think any receiver is going to come in there and have a positive experience.
It's what it sounds.
No,
like.
I'm just telling you. No. I mean, honestly, just look at the situation.
No, yeah,
I don't know the details, but I look at this. They're here to take my business away, and I'm going to fight to make sure they don't.
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of the way it is. But it's been. It's in that position because stuff didn't get taken care of right.
So there's been these receivers mentioned. Is there a chance that the judge can pull his own receiver?
I think it's a possibility of your second choice.
Yes.
I think there's a second choice for Farm Credit, and I think this judge is going to give the plaintiff their second choice.
Yes.
I don't think the defendant has a leg to stand on at any level based on the decision so far.
Nice.
And then what I see happening, Bo, is this happens pretty quick. We might hear something tomorrow before the weekend, or we might even hear it over the weekend.
Yeah.
This judge don't go to sleep.
No, he don't. And I mean, just think of what he has to go through to vet these companies. I mean, he wants to look at what Farm Credit's bringing. Obviously, I mean, he's going to take a look at what Nearest Green is bringing. But then again,
here's the thing about this, Bo. This is not so Nearest Green can get by with something. This is so Farm Credit can get their money.
That's exactly
what this is for.
But they're still, the judge might see something in the ones that have been.
Well, the argument is this, and you've heard the argument made, and you heard the statements. that the most positive thing that can come out of this is there's a path forward for the company to stay afloat. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know the details of it. I don't know what's real and what's not.
Yes, I don't.
I mean,
you hear a lot.
You hear a lot of junk going on. If half the junk is true that I keep hearing, I don't see how there's a path forward. But there might be, and it might be all rumor.
It could be. We don't know. I mean, we really don't.
I mean, you keep seeing lawsuits flying from every direction.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be a tremendous amount of legal fees. At what point does Farm Credit get in there and say, we can't handle all this?
I think can Farm Credit sustain this? This is a lot of money. I know
this receiver is going to be working on behalf of Farm Credit getting their money.
I would say yes.
I promise you that's what the deal is.
I mean, could this receiver liquidate what's going on? Or
absolutely. I'd say that's probably at the top of the list.
But then we've talked about values there, and we don't.
When they get the books out and honestly look at them,
yeah.
All right, the guy's either going to say, all right, this is doable.
Yeah.
Or he said, there ain't no way we can do this and slam the book. But I mean, it's here's the path forward if it's doable.
Right.
He'll set the course.
Right.
So
well, it seemed and yes, he did. I was kind of glad he put that gag order in place. I think that needs
it didn't work.
Well, I was glad that he reaffirmed.
Yeah.
It's to be. Well, I guess we'll watch and see.
And next thing that comes is contempt of court.
Yeah, and a warrant for arrest. I would say.
Keep this up.
Yeah,
you're going to be in trouble with the judge. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised he hadn't already slapped contempt.
I mean,
some of the stuff.
She didn't show up to court. I mean, that just says a lot right there. When you want to talk, you talk in court, not off the record. But anyways, and then he's been lenient, I would say.
Well, here's the thing: if you get up there and you testify, you got to go under oath.
Well, but that's okay if you're sure about what you're saying and you're working above water. What's wrong with testifying?
It's a lot easier just not show up.
It is.
We're going to move on from that. Donuts. Donuts started flying out all over the place this morning. There was a line at 6 a.m. this morning.
Yes.
I have an inside source that picked up 2 dozen this morning and said there was about a 30minute wait.
Inside sources. I see how you're rolling here. I like that.
And they this inside source stuck them in my face and they started talking to me. So I ate one.
You ate one.
So have you had one yet?
No, I have not.
What's wrong?
What's wrong is I'm a failure in getting the donuts. I haven't. I might need to go and get one when I leave the studio today.
They're the Optimist donuts.
Anything changed? Nothing to change. They didn't add a little chocolate or anything.
They're not going to change anything.
I know. I've always wanted a little chocolate.
No.
I would like
that. Would be
just a choice.
No,
just a choice.
No, there's no choice.
You're right.
They're like Optimist
donuts. I'm with you. Look, you get it. This is what you get.
This is historic. You can't change this. This has got to stay this way.
Do you think there's a chance that'll ever happen in the future?
No. Never going to happen.
I agree. I say bring your own chocolate if you want to put chocolate on it.
Joe Finch, hello.
Hello, Joe. What do you know?
Have you had it? Have you had a donut yet, Joe? Just wondering. All right.
Yeah, tell us about your donut experiences.
So we've got that, and we've got both. We've had a hurricane breeze up the East Coast and caused a lot of damage on the coastline.
Hurricane Aaron.
A lot of big surf.
Yes.
Okay. That's one thing. So if there's anybody traveling to the East Coast from Florida all the way to probably Virginia and on up the coast, they need to check and see if they can go. All right.
Be aware.
You got a lot of people leaving over the weekend to go to the Gulf Coast. It should be okay there. And we've got some cooler air coming in, Bo.
We do. Thank goodness. It couldn't hit at a better time.
Football season's cranking in at the right time.
That's the Lord knows when we need relief, and He has brought it.
He's seen us all with our tongues hanging out and said, "Okay, that's enough."
No,
all right, but
it's
we're
exciting.
talking about 50s and low 60s all through next week's celebration. That's got to be a record of some kind.
Yes, it has to be. And I was surprised just 2 days ago that Nashville was 1 degree below their record high of 102. So in 5 or 10 days we could hit. What do they say about Shelbyville weather? You wait a minute and we'll have another season the next.
Pretty much Tennessee.
That's Tennessee weather, but it has been just brutally hot. We have had consecutive days of 90-degree temperature. Our AC in the vehicle, in my wife's vehicle, has been it's kind of on the edge there. So we got to get that fixed. But maybe if the cool air comes through before, maybe that's something I can put off to save up for.
All right, let me Larry Wells got 3 dozen. Good cow.
Three.
What are you gonna do with them?
He's gonna put them
Joe's
in the
had
freezer.
3 donuts or 3 dozen. Now Larry Wells has got 3 dozen.
Larry he's probably got 3 dozen. He's working on them right now. I mean, I would say, and he's the type of guy that would like gives away to family. You know, you buy a bunch to give away.
All right. So here's a question for you, Bo.
All right.
Just something to talk about and think of, and for you guys that are watching. I put a little poll out. Not a lot of people saw it, I don't think, but the ones that did, I asked how many of you guys are going to go at least one night to the celebration. I think about 65% said that they're going to go at least one night, and 30-something% said that they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I might have those numbers wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good number of people going one night. But let me ask you, it's over the years I've noticed that our local support, when I say local people, I'm talking about people of Bedford County, close right here home folks, aren't going to the horse show like they did back in the 30, 40 years ago. Is it because there just wasn't nothing else to do back then?
Well, that's a little bit of it, but I would say that we had more community involvement then. We had every restaurant or anything that sold just about anything in there was supplied by Shelbyvillians. I mean, there were school clubs, there were social clubs, Rotary Club, there were all. And so
is that a sign that all these clubs are down?
I think they are, but I think they're coming back. I know that they're coming back, and I know that they're also giving private companies, options of coming
that's
in
something
there.
But
that wasn't a thing back in the day.
No, that's something that shocked me when they started going away from your civic clubs, and I think the civic clubs got to the point to where they couldn't make any money, and they couldn't find enough workers or whatever the reason, and they just bowed out.
Yeah, but there are still some there. I know there's still football players, and they do serve. But and then alcohol, I know they serve those at certain instances.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a new thing about I don't know. It's been in for several years now.
So how do we do that? Do they have to have a
liquor
license?
Yes, they do, because they still have
the celebration, or is it for that individual organization?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not really sure about that. I'd hate to speak on it, but I do know that it's not sold.
Well, I'll tell you
it's not
now,
sold where the kids are working.
Had that been in place in the 70s and 80s and 90s, we would have problems because horse shows and that don't mix.
No, they don't. They don't at all. And I just, but you don't see anything out of hand. I will say, since alcohol's been sold there, I've never seen anything too far out of hand. But.
Okay, so Marie Montlow Harmon, the cost of the boxes has gone up. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. So I don't know what one costs now. What, $750 to $900?
Probably in that range.
For 6 seats. For all
10 nights.
10 nights. Okay. Yeah. If you go in a general admission, you're going to pay anywhere from $7 to $10, probably.
Probably last night a little more.
$12.50. Yep. All right, and you're sitting up under the cover on the south side.
Yeah.
All right. Reserve seats are probably somewhere in between.
Yes.
All right. So a family of 4. If you wanted to go in, you could only get a box seat, I think.
Yeah, I would
and there's
say so.
Plenty. I mean, the thing's sitting there half empty.
Well, let's describe them for those that haven't been. A box seat. A box seat, you might, what is a box seat? Well, it's just a little area kind of cordoned off for you and your family that has 6 seats in there that they are provided. Chairs. They're provided.
Yeah.
You can bring a seat cushion. But
parking, $200.
Yep.
That's a little steep for parking. I think that $200. What is that for? One of the parking lots here? I know the cash parking is $10.
Yeah, and that varies a night. Joe Paul, if he's watching, he could tell us about that. Yeah. But they have the parking is not cheap. They have gate A, gate B, gate AA, and they keep the security guards there and monitor that traffic. So and they're pretty strict on that. But yeah, you can park, at houses. You'll see people park here. Usually during the week. Right now, it'd probably be at your cheapest. Your first Saturday night, a little more. Your last Saturday night. The most, but I get back to your original question about local participants. I agree with you there, and I think that there's a lot of people that have moved here. Well, we all know that there's a lot of people that moved here that I would challenge them to go at least one time. And I've been going my whole life, and I'm still not that great about knowing about the horses, but it's just a great atmosphere. It's all about the atmosphere to me. You don't have to go and just lock in on the horses. You can go walk around. You can shop. You can go get something to eat. You can just take in the atmosphere. I like to get a whittling stick, bring my pocket knife.
Do they still have them?
Oh yes, at the DAV.
DAV.
Go to the
Yeah.
DAV and support our veterans. That's one way you can do it.
Yeah.
And they're good. I always talk to them.
They sell the popcorn, don't they?
They sell popcorn. They sell the
Peanuts.
the whittle. No, that's right beside it.
Okay.
But they do sell whittling sticks, and they'll sell you a knife, and he has good knives there too. So I mean, they're fun to talk to. I always like talking to the veterans at the DAV booth. It's on the south side. It's right in the corner. You can't miss it. Go check them out and do that.
Well,
they got glow sticks
yeah,
too.
Yeah. Everybody get out. Go to the horse show.
Yes.
We got football season started. You got Community and Cascade playing at home on Friday night. And then you got Shelbyville Central on Saturday night. Going to be on My TV 30 playing the biggest rivalry of the season, Tullahoma, to open the season. So, guys, we got a lot going on this week. We've got a lot to cover Saturday. Josh is going to dig into all the legal issues going on that we've had, the breaking news. We've had some stuff come up with, I'm sure, City Council and our county commission.
Yes.
So we'll be talking about all those things, getting everybody caught up. Y'all, we also appreciate, again, our sponsor, Norris Plumbing. Give them a call for all your plumbing needs. Guys, we'll be back again probably Monday.
If not sooner.